As service providers, we have a keen interest in meeting the needs of our customers. We're continually searching for ways to improve our service levels, exceed our customers' expectations, and provide an exceptional service experience. We're focused on taking service to the next level. Next level service is a continuous focus on meeting the needs of our customers in a manner that they appreciate and may not even expect. It's about doing the right things to help our customers achieve their goals. Next level service creates a service experience that our customers value. A critical part of that experience is based on the customer's trust in us. Trust starts at the very first impression our customers form about us and is reinforced or undermined through every subsequent interaction. Fortunately, we can manage these interactions to communicate our honesty, caring, and competence, and that's what this video is all about. This video is intended to help us to recognize the role of impressions in contributing to next level service, to understand that subtle changes in our interactions with others can have a significant impact on the impressions that we make, and to apply specific approaches to provide consistently positive impressions through every customer interaction. People rely on their impressions of us to give them clues about what we're like and if we are of good character. Can we be trusted? Do we know what we're doing? Are we approachable? Will we treat them fairly? As next level service providers, it's important that we're conscious of the impact our interactions have on others and how this impact contributes to the overall service experience. Positive, consistent impressions will help others feel comfortable with us and be confident of the top quality service that we provide. Impressions also matter because people filter information to fit their impressions. That's one reason why first impressions stick. Once someone forms an opinion about us, they filter out information that is not consistent with their impression and emphasize details that support it. Although first impressions start the ball rolling, it's important that ongoing impressions are consistent with the first. Each impression offers an opportunity to contribute to a positive customer experience and build upon a strong, positive business relationship. Impressions aren't only influenced when we meet someone. They're also shaped by how we conduct ourselves while completing our tasks. That's why the condition of the work area, the state of our tools, and the organization that we display in the work that we do is so important. How we complete our tasks and disengage from the customer is also an important contributor to the impressions that we leave. Ending a conversation politely and empathetically can leave a positive, lasting impression. In addition, once our work's complete, we continue to enhance the impression that others have in us and our work through iCare, our written report on the work completed. There are several factors that contribute to the impressions that others form about us. For example, do our actions and attitudes suggest that we care? Is our grooming and attire appropriate for the situation? And do we act in a manner that's expected for the given circumstance? These factors can be summarized into 5 key areas that we call image. Image is an acronym to help remind us of the critical components that contribute to a positive or negative impression. I stands for interest, showing a genuine interest and empathy for others. M refers to manners, acting in a manner that is consistent with social norms and others' expectations under the circumstances. A is for attitude, displaying a positive approach to others and to everyday circumstances. G represents greetings, acknowledging others upon meeting them in a manner that communicates interest and a positive attitude. E is for exhibit, presenting ourselves through our personal grooming and attire and body language. Let's look at how these factors work together to paint a picture and create an impression about us and our character. We will observe examples of a craftsperson meeting a customer and how his image contributes or detracts from a positive impression. In addition, we'll observe our craftsperson as he disengages from a customer conversation and how a simple process can ensure that our last impression is a positive one. Let's start with how our image contributes to the impressions that we make when greeting others. In the following 5 scenarios, we'll observe a meeting between a craftsperson and a customer. The only thing that changes is the craftsperson's interest, manners, attitude, greeting, and exhibit, his image. Let's observe how the presence or the absence of any of these components of image contributes or detracts from the impression left by the craftsperson.
Hi, I'm from facilities. I hear you have a problem. Are you the one who complained? Well, yeah, but I didn't complain. I just asked for help. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. I've been wanting to get this addressed for a long time. I actually followed up with you a couple times, but...
Yeah, well, we get these complaints all the time. It's really not necessary. You could have fixed it yourself. It's really quite straightforward.
Well, I thought about fixing it myself, especially when I couldn't get a hold of you. It's just the last place I worked, we weren't allowed to touch this kind of stuff, and I wasn't sure what the policy was here, so I figured I would reach out to you first.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you what to do, so next time you can do it yourself before you give us a call. Yep, hello? Oh, hi, John. Yeah, you got that info for me? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, yep, that's all I need. Okay. All right, well, just watch me and you'll know what to do for next time.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed were you with the craftsperson in this video? Take a moment to write it down. What contributed to your impression? Was it his lack of interest that he showed in his voice tone and by his focus on his telephone? Or perhaps it was his lack of manners by not giving full attention to the customer and by interrupting their conversation by answering the phone. Or maybe it was his poor attitude or his negligence in not apologizing for the delay. Notice that it was not just one but several factors that contributed. He made the customer feel that she wasn't important and gave the impression that he'd rather be someplace else. Now, let's look at the same scenario again and see if our impression of the craftsperson changes.
Hi, I'm Tom from Facility Services. Are you the person who called looking for help?
Yes, I'm Jane. I'm glad you're here, actually. I've been wanting to get this addressed for so long. I called you guys a couple times.
Well, good things are always worth the wait. But seriously though, I'm sorry about the delay. It's just that time of year, you know? The beginning of the term, everyone seems to be calling us. You know, I've been here for 5 years and it's always the same thing. It's hurry up and wait is what my old boss used to say. If it isn't one thing, it's another. You know, you just got to learn to go with the flow. That's what I do, and it keeps me looking young and attractive.
Okay, great. Look, can we just get this fixed? I'm kind of in a hurry.
Sure. You're lucky you got me, Jane. I can fix anything. It's actually pretty simple. Well, let me show you what to do. It'll save you time if it ever happens again.
Perfect.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me. It's the boss. Hi, boss. What's up? Okay, but didn't we have that last night? Well, can't we just have some hamburger or something? You know, I'd rather use the barbecue than mess around with a smelly fish. And we can do a salad on the side or something. Yeah, I can pick something up on my way home. Yeah, let's do that. You know, I have to let you go. I'm busy here saving the campus from collapsing. Just call me Super Tom. Okay, all right. I love you too. Bye. I'm such an important guy. Well, before I run off to save the planet, let me show you what to do for next time.
That would be great.
How did the craftsperson do in this scenario? He was certainly more friendly, and his attitude was obviously more positive. His apology for being late suggested that he was empathetic. Was he able to make a good impression with you? Despite the improvement in both interest and attitude, this still may not make a positive impression on everyone. Notice that his overly friendly nature wasn't consistent with the expected social norms when meeting someone for the first time in a business setting. He carried on with small talk, even when the customer was showing signs of impatience. The fact that he took a personal call, though he apologized for the interruption, was unexpected and further detracted from a positive impression. This scenario illustrates that even though our craftsperson provided an effective greeting, showed some good manners, and presented himself appropriately, these positive traits can be overdone and create a negative impression just as if they weren't there at all. Let's move on to observe our craftsperson in the next scenario and see what impression he leaves with you.
Hi, I'm Tom from Facility Services. You must be the person who called looking for help?
Yeah, well, you sure took your time getting here. I'm running late now, and I have a million things to do, and I just really need to get this fixed. So this is the last thing I need right now.
Well, I'm sorry. They sent me to the wrong building. You know, they're always doing that. Well, it's not my fault. Well, it's not even their fault. There's no training, you see. Like, I don't understand why BCIT won't offer at least a little bit of training so that these people can do their jobs better. It wouldn't be so bad if it didn't affect us. We have to deal with the brunt of the customer's frustration. Like you're wondering why I'm late and giving me static when you should really be complaining to the person that you spoke to on the phone. Like just last week.
Okay, look, I just don't have time for this, okay? If you could just attend to this, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, it's an easy fix, and you can fix it yourself. You know, just let me show you what to do, and then you can do it next time. This is a perfect example of what I've been talking about. See, I don't understand why they don't give you some sort of welcome kit that will explain how to deal with problems like this, how to run the equipment, how to find the cafeteria, you know? I just don't understand. Like, this sort of thing does not have to happen at all.
Okay, I get it. But if you could just show me how to fix this, I gotta get going, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry. There's an emergency going on across campus. Seems like everybody wants me today. When it rains, it pours. Excuse me, I have to take this. Hello? Hi, John. Yeah, you got that info for me? Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's all I need. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, let me show you what to do so that you can do it yourself next time.
Great.
This time, our craftsperson appears to do many things right. He greets the customer effectively. He shows good manners. He seems interested in the customer's issue and is dressed appropriately. And yet, despite all this, is your impression of the craftsperson a positive one? Did you notice that he displayed a negative attitude? He didn't take responsibility for being late, and he simply blamed it on the staff at the office. He complained about the training and support, and he complained about the fact that he's the one who has to face the customer when things go wrong. He persisted on this line until the customer interrupted him, and then he returned to complaining at his first opportunity. This is an illustration that being deficient in only one of the 5 factors of image, attitude in this case, can still have a negative impact on the impression that we make with others. Let's see how our craftsperson uses this next scenario to make a positive impression.
Hi, I'm Tom from Facility Services. Are you Jane?
Yeah, you sure took your time getting here. I have class in half an hour.
I'm sorry. I ended up at the wrong building. Look, I can see that you're busy and no doubt you have better things to worry about than this sort of thing, so let me get this addressed for you right away.
Okay, thanks. I really have to get going. I have a million things to do, so.
No, I hear you. Look, I know that you're busy, but if you'll let me, I can show you what to do so that way we can, you don't have to wait around for us the next time.
Oh, okay, but I only have a second.
Nope, that's all it will take. It's a common concern and it's an easy fix. Oh, I'm sorry. There's an emergency going on across campus. Yep, I just sent them a text to let them know that I'll give them a call when I'm finished here. Let me show you how to take care of this. Okay then.
Thanks, Tom. That was easy enough. I guess I didn't really need to call you out.
Jane, you were right to call us. We're here to help.
Thanks, Tom.
It was my pleasure. Is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here?
No. I think that about covers it.
Okay. Well, if anything comes up, just give us a call. When I close out the work order, I'll write up a description of what I just showed you in the comments, so you'll have a written record as well. Good luck with your class tonight.
Thanks so much.
Well, how did our craftsperson do this time? I suspect that you feel he did much better. He greeted the customer effectively, using her name and acknowledging and apologizing for being late. He showed interest and empathy for the customer and her plight and displayed appropriate manners, particularly as they related to the incoming telephone call. His promise that he would follow up with a description of what he's shown the customer will further contribute to the positive image that he's created. Now, let's look at the last example of this interaction and see what impression the craftsperson leaves this time.
Hi, I'm Tom from Facility Services. Are you Jane?
Yeah, you sure took your time getting here. I have class in half an hour.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I ended up going to the wrong building. I know you're busy, and no doubt you have better things to worry about than things like this, so let me get this addressed for you right away.
Thanks. I really have to get going. I have a million things to do, and I don't have time to waste on things like this.
Oh, I hear you. It'll only take a minute. I know you're busy, but if you let me, I can show you what to do so you won't have to wait around for us the next time.
Okay, fine, but I only have a second, okay?
Oh, that's all it'll take. It's a common concern, and the fix is easy. Oh, I'm sorry. We have an emergency going on across campus. Just sending them a text to let them know that I'll give them a call when I'm finished here. It's amazing what these cell phones can do.
Isn't it?
Well, let me show you how to fix the problem.
Great.
And that's all there is to it.
Great, thanks.
Well, my pleasure. Is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here?
Nope, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Well, if anything comes up, just give us a call. When I close out the work order, I'll write up a description of what I just showed you in the comments, so you'll have a written record as well. Good luck with your class tonight.
Thank you.
Did you notice that our craftsperson acted in the same manner as he did in the last scenario? He showed the same level of interest, the same manners, the same greeting. The only thing that differed was the E of his image, how he chose to present himself. Did you notice that this minor change from the previous scenario directly impacted how the customer perceived and interacted with the craftsperson? She was less polite, and she was short with him. It was as if she showed less respect for him because of the condition of his attire, and she took on a more condescending manner. It was a testament to our craftsperson that he didn't become defensive. He maintained his composure. This scenario shows that even when we do everything else correctly, how we exhibit ourselves, our tools, and how we're organized can all have a negative impact on the customer's impression of us and directly and negatively influence how we are treated. We might feel that this is the customer's problem if they react this way, and perhaps it is, but why would we subject ourselves to such an interaction when there are steps that we can take to prevent it? In our example, our craftsperson could have disposed of the gum and perhaps changed his shirt. If changing his shirt was not an option, he might have changed the interaction by providing a brief explanation of why he appeared the way he did. Let's conclude this video by considering the importance of how we can disengage from a conversation. We have many demands on our time, and there may be times when we need to end a conversation in order to keep to a schedule or maintain a commitment. Taking the initiative to disengage can be uncomfortable. However, we can use it as just one more opportunity to communicate our character and enhance the overall service experience. To disconnect effectively and maintain a positive impression, we can wrap up a conversation. WRAP is an acronym that represents the steps we can take to politely disengage. W is for wait. R represents reason. A is our actions, and P means positive. Let's look at each of these in turn. Wait. It's important that we wait until it's our turn before we end the conversation. Otherwise, we're interrupting the other party, and this can be viewed as being rude. Reason. Our reason is why we need to move on. By providing a reason, it doesn't look like we're simply trying to get away from the person. Whenever possible, we should try to express our reason based on the needs of the other person. Actions. This refers to the small nonverbal clues that we can use to signal that we are getting ready to go. Putting a pen away, closing a notebook, removing glasses are all small examples. This can be done while waiting for your turn in the conversation. Positive. Positive refers to ending on a positive note. For example, it can simply